Assassins, from the first documented assassination to secret assassination societies, with government assassins thrown in. That's what I'm talking about in this video. All things assassins. Now, I really don't have to give you a definition, but some of you might need it. So here it is. Read it quickly, and then let's move on to the first documented assassination in known history, and that happened over 4,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. And we know that because it's actually documented. And yeah, there was probably an earlier assassination, but no one wanted to take the credit, so it went undocumented. Like a minimum Hot the First, who was assassinated while he was in bed by his very own palace guards. And unfortunately, we don't know much else. Perhaps one takeaway from a minimum Hot's assassination is that we should be nice to those that we pay to protect us. Otherwise, well, you're going to suffer the fate of a minimum Hot the First and be, more than likely, the last. Now, I would have thought that an assassin's life would be a lonely life. But hey, that's why I make these videos, to learn shit. And to learn that assassins have gathered together to form super secret assassin organizations is a little bit jarring and worrisome. Or at least, worrisome if you're on somebody's shit list. The first assassin secret organization that's known is an old one. It's not really a group of like-minded assassins, but I gotta mention the Hashashin, because that's where the word assassin derives from. Like I said, the Hashashin were not assassins, but they were a group of feared fanatical maniacs that did murder political and religious rivals. But if you think there is no real secret societies of assassins, well, you'd be wrong. Because right here in America, we have the good old Sarasota Assassination Society. Based out of Sarasota, Florida, this secret society of assassins was formed in the 1800s and was formed to advance the wealth and ambitions of its 20 members. And the number of actual members is a roundabout guess. A guess. The group's secrecy was unveiled by the New York Times in their investigation into the murder of the town's first postmaster, C.E. Abbey. The reason he was a targeted victim was simply because C.E. Abbey was an outsider, and worse, he was an outsider from the North. And being a successful and wealthy businessman, C.E. Abbey was a threat to the local power base, so they shot him in the face with a double-barreled shotgun, resulting in 9 members of the Sarasota Assassins Committee being indicted for his murder, with 7 of them being found guilty. But of course, this is Florida we're talking about, so the sentences, they were all commuted and the guilty were pardoned. But Florida is Florida and will always be Florida, but Florida is not the only place you'll find a gathering of assassins. Because back in 1911, a group of military officers in Serbia formed a little group with the awe-inspiring name, Unification or Death, otherwise known as the Black Hand. And yeah, this group planned the assassination of Grand Duke Ferdinand and his wife. You know, the assassinations that kicked off World War I. That said, the Black Hand was outlawed and their leaders arrested and executed in 1917, so their existence is about as long as I gave them in this video. I spent at least a little bit of time talking about the Mafia, the Yakuza, the Chinese triads, and all the drug cartels. And of course, we have all the spy agencies all over the world. These organizations all employ hitmen, and yeah, I have no doubt our CIA has utilized a couple of hitmen over the years. But no, the hitmen are not considered assassins. And the difference is that an assassin is usually politically motivated, and a hitman, well, he just likes the money. The bottom line is that when it comes to super secret organizations of assassins, well, there hasn't really been a lot of them that we know about, and that's probably because they want to keep it that way. And I'm guessing with all the military-trained assassins in armies all over the world, that there are probably a couple of assassins that get together from time to time and talk about their profession. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised that when you're sitting around having fun and comparing notes, that one of them comes up with a suggestion to start a secret organization of assassins. Because I certainly would have, and maybe I have. One just never knows who's in the room with them, do ya? And with that said, I do hope I am not on anybody's shit list. Because that would suck. And also, I hope you know that at the end there, I was just joking. So don't take everything too serious, especially when it comes to me. Okay, but it's kind of interesting, don't you think, with all the hitmen, the assassins, and all these in the military, all these snipers, and that intelligence agencies have trained. I mean, there has to be a shitload of them now. You ever think they get together and talk about their profession and you know, that's kind of a scary thought, isn't it? Murder for hire. Maybe I'm just imagining shit. Strange shit. But you know what? This was a fun video to do. I always knew that where the word assassin derived from. And that was kind of, I was thinking of that one day, and that kind of sparked the thought for this video. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something or cracked a smile here or there, or what have you. But again, I got a meeting I got to get to, so I got to get out of here. See ya.